Hey guys, what is going on? It is Dunbar Snackbar here with some MLB 2K12 in franchise mode with the Detroit Tigers coming at you. Now we're going up against the Baltimore Orioles in this game, and just like in real life, this team has been surprising me. When you take a look at their record here, they are actually third in the AL East, which isn't necessarily that surprising, but when you take a look at how everybody else is doing in the AL East, they're only a few games out of first place, which I think is super cool. Now, last game, of course, we got our revenge game in here where I absolutely destroyed the team that I was playing here, and kind of more relaxed here in this. You can see Turner is on the mound. We really are missing Doug Fister right now. I'm on a 2-game losing streak here, and it could end up getting worse here as the Orioles have beat me twice. Now, Dirk's running this one down, and gosh, this was embarrassing. I'm so lucky. Up. You stay there. Don't you dare think about that again. Trying to go for an inside the park home run on me. Man, but that was just a good hit. And the way that it bounced off the wall, too, was really what got him here. The extra distance here. Almost got home on that one. Dang. Anyway, Miguel Cabrera up now in the second inning. And he's going to take this one. It's going to be a good hit that goes into center field. Jones is going to dive for it and miss it completely. That's going to roll right up to the wall. I'm rounding second. I'm rounding third. He took a while to pick that one up here, so I'm going to come home. You know what? I'm going to get an inside the park home run. That's the first inside the park home run I think I've had in, shoot, any baseball game for a long time. Dang, that's cool. And it's Miguel Cabrera, too. Get that man some oxygen. Probably all the running he had to do. I would be surprised if he's worn out after that. But gosh, I'm making some like personal history right here, getting my first inside the park home run. That was cool. And of course, it had to come when the computer dives for something and absolutely misses it, because, you know, Adam Jones wouldn't necessarily do that. I mean, he's been around the game long enough to know you play it safe in a situation like that. That's okay. Third inning, you can see we've been progressing through this kind of fast. Really not too much has happened for the first third of the game. Granted, got an inside the park home run. That is what's cool, but really no strikeouts from Turner yet. Not too many hits from either team. Now, the Orioles have done a great job offensively here, too. And when you take a look at the team's attributes, they're really not where they should be. And I mean this in a very positive way. They're not where they should be when you take a look at where they are just with their offensive rankings. Pretty close to the top here in batting average, leading in home runs. That's pretty cool to see that come out of the Orioles here. So get the first strikeout here. Kind of glad that we finally got that out of the way. Hopefully we'll have a few more to come here. But anyway, so you guys know that with everything that's going on here too, I may not be able to get the franchise done in time. Once I hit the postseason, especially, too, I want to play every single game of the postseason. I think that's going to be kind of cool. Great way to be able to finish it all off, which means it's going to take me quite a while to do that here. And I'm still about, well, I've been picking up here. I'm still almost a month behind what's going on in the game. So it'll take me a little bit, but I think it's going to be worth it because I'd rather go ahead and hold true to what I said about playing one game from every single series. And this is turning out to be a lot of fun here as well. I'm going to be sad to see it go, but I think once it does, once I am finished with it, what I'm going to do is I'm going to really pick up on 30 wins with 30 teams. So that way I'm going to get that finish here as well. I figure, you know what, I'll play a game here and there, but shoot, with as many different series as I'm doing right now, it's going to take a while. Anyway, here we are looking at another hit. Delman Young not getting the best angle on that one, and I'm surprised the computer didn't make me do like a jumping catch or anything like that. So we're looking at another triple here out of Adam Jones. Now, he was the one who almost rounded third, came home earlier. And then Miguel Cabrera hit the inside the park home run. Gosh, he's hitting well into the gap, and like I said, I'm surprised the computer didn't make me do anything right there, and I'm very lucky that the ball didn't bounce weird off of the wall, because if it had been difficult for me to pick up, or it just took a long time, Jones is speedy enough. He could have ended up coming home, no problem at all. All right, so having him on third here, J.J. Hardy up at the plate. So you can see some of my pitches I've been using a little bit more than others. I've also got some in the red, which is where the Orioles have gotten hits off of. But one thing that I've noticed here is my slider, I've only used it 3 times, and it's in the yellow. And I don't necessarily understand how that kind of carries over to real life. You use a pitch 3 times in 4 innings, and you can't throw it anymore because the entire team has picked up on it. It makes no sense to me. But who am I to argue? I didn't make the game. I'm just here to play it. 4th inning now, a big hit. Oh, that's going to make it so Jones comes home, and we're looking at potentially another triple. Yep, we're looking at it here. So really having a hard time here in the 4th inning. That's, of course, going to tie the game up at 1. And I've got to admit, I mean, the pitching for us here in this game really hasn't been where it normally is. I really am missing Doug Fister. Sad that he's out for the entire season. We could use him. But that actually made Chris Carpenter move up to 2nd when taking a look at those who are in contention for the Cy Young Award winner. Justin Verlander is number 1. Somehow, and I don't get this, Prince Fielder has moved down to 3rd for MVP. Evan Longoria is ranked 1st in the runnings. But Prince Fielder has more home runs, a better batting average, and more RBIs. I don't think he has more stolen bases. Well, maybe he does. I think Evan Longoria has 1 and Prince Fielder has 2. So I guess he beats him there too. Delman Young making contact with this one. This is going to go over the wall, and it's going to be a home run for Delman Young. 12th on the season so far, and we hit a home run with him pretty recently as well. So whenever I've got lefties up, Delman Young has a tremendous advantage on the hitting side. He's going up against a righty. He's extremely limited. So it's kind of nice whenever I see a lefty up at the plate, just because I know Delman Young's going to be able to hit better. So this works out well for us. We now have the lead. One more time here. It is 2-1. This has been a very eventful 4th inning. Of all the innings we've had so far in this game, the 4th has been it, and it's not done yet. Looking at another hit for us, and we're really starting to wear down the pitcher here in the game. Every time you get the hit, it does make the overall rating for that particular pitch that I got the hit off of lower a little bit. Scutero. Ooh. Yep. Looking at a double play right there. It's not how you want to help the team out. But that's okay. Something like that was bound to happen. It seems like it really has been a long time since I've actually hit into a double play. I don't know if that's necessarily true, but that's just how it felt. Ugh. Orioles still doing a great job in this game getting the hits. I got to salute them for the amount of hits that they've gotten in this one. This is pretty sweet to see the Orioles like this, because you guys know I'm an underdog type of guy. I always cheer for those who are underdogs. I mean, you can't really be an Oakland A's fan if you're all about the teams that win all the time. So to see the Orioles like this here, not only in real life, but also, I was mentioning here in the game, I think it's pretty cool. So they're in the running here, too, for the wild card. If they don't win the division, I mean, they're in a pretty good position to win that wild card spot, still make it to the postseason, and who knows what will happen at that point, how far that they will go. But anyway, now we're looking at a 1-0 count here. I'm a little rattled, which means it's going to be easier for the computer to get hits off of my pitches, and my accuracy is not going to be anywhere near where I usually have it, which means pitching is going to be difficult. And that curveball ends up staying in the strike zone. That's going to make it no balls, 2 strikes. Adam Jones, you can see right there on 2nd. Thinking about maybe trying to look back and try some type of pick attempt, but honestly, he's not moving off of what he normally does. Just getting a pretty decent lead, but nothing that kind of worries me at all. Now, after that strikeout here, that makes it so we could go ahead and get a double play, but we don't. But we get out of the inning without any runs. That's what's important here. So another hit for us here. That has not been few and far between in this game. Brennan Bosch getting over to second. Tempted to go to third, and I do. So getting the triple with Brennan Bosch. Now that he's 90 feet away from home, any hit will allow him to be another run on the board for us and expand that lead and distance ourselves even more from the Orioles, because I'm very worried at this point, too, that they're going to come back. Their bats really have come alive in a lot of the games. They give you little highlights of every single game that's been played when you go through and you're in between playing your own games. And I do see Baltimore show up quite a bit about them winning big against somebody. So, I mean, if it was something where the Orioles are maybe getting 1-2 run wins all the time, you know, I might say that they're going up against some stiff competition, that's for sure, but they're able to overcome them. But when you're, you know, absolutely destroying them by like 7 runs or more, it means this team really is something special. Now, I'm not going to go for the double right here. I already ran my risk earlier and got the triple out of it, and don't want to necessarily get cocky. There's a difference between feeling lucky and getting cocky, and I don't want that. Dirks, though, stealing a base. Ooh, that's going to go over his head, so I'm going to get over to third. And I'm not going to do what I did last game and run home. That would have been pretty cool, though. Because he ended up just holding onto the ball. Wait, was that? I think that was with Timmons, actually, where I did that. But anyway, another hit, another run. So we're looking at a 4-1 game now in the 7th inning. So we've really been able to get it going here in the 7th and in the 4th innings. A lot more hits than what I typically see, which is nice. Definitely above my average. All right, Adam Jones, look at that, 3 for 3, 2 triples and a run. He had a single earlier, too. That's where the third hit came from. So I'm kind of angry. He's been kicking my butt. And this is one of those instances where I'm just like, if there were absolutely no consequences for anything that I did, I'd probably go ahead and just try and hit him in the knee or something, but not going to do that. Because you guys know what I mean. Like when you're playing a baseball game or something like that and somebody's just destroying you, don't tell me it doesn't cross your mind to just go ahead and hit him. Granted, I probably could and still be all right with it. Who knows? Maybe it would set up a double play. But I don't want to risk it. 3 runs, potential save situation for Jose Valverde. We've got him actually getting warmed up. Plus, I don't know. I don't want to give them any opportunities to get runs. Like I said, I'm worried about this. And that's always a smart thing to do, because if you kind of go into this game against any team, especially the ones who are excelling in the game, and you're just like, this will be a piece of cake, not going to be the case. They will kick your butt a lot more than you think. All right, so Turner's going to be coming out. I am going to go to Jose Valverde here, still with the 4-1 lead, so this is a save situation for him. Now, what I'm looking for here is just a fastball to be able to blow by the opposing team here. And he definitely has the stuff to be able to do it. I mean, his fastball does end up 95, 96 miles an hour. He's got a pretty good splitter. He's got a decent, not exciting, but a decent slider, which you can see right there. So, swinging a miss on that 97-mile-an-hour fastball. Maybe that's what it peaks to. I couldn't remember necessarily if it peaked at 96 or 97. But still, I would kill for something like that. I don't care if it's 96 or 97. I just wish I could pitch that fast. I was having that conversation actually with my wife here about how stuff would be different if I had chosen a different job or, you know, different career path, things like that. And being a baseball player, we actually talked about that. She's like, what if you were good enough to be like a professional baseball player? Which I would have loved. I mean, playing baseball has always been my passion, and I miss it immensely. But the schedule, things like that, we wouldn't be nearly around each other as much as we are right now. And that would be tough. And when we were talking to about, you know, if I had, you know, finished up my Air Force ROTC and ended up, you know, being in the Air Force, you know, getting deployed and things like that, we'd be away from a while. That's not cool either. Because we love each other. We love spending time together. And something like that's just really tough to be away. So I guess it's one of those things, even though I don't have a 96, 97 mile an hour fastball here like Jose Valverde or a lot of the other MLB pitchers, I'm all right with it. Life comes before that. And I've heard some stories about just how stressful it is on these players and their families with them being gone for a lot of the season. But anyway, I don't even, gosh, that's a tangent I wasn't even expecting to go on here in this video. But, oh well, at least you guys know a little bit more about me. I'm all about that. Anyway, 0-2 count here. I'm going to go with the fastball low and inside. Watch that one for strike 3, dude. So we end up getting the win here, 4-1. You can see both teams actually hit pretty well in this game. We had 11. The Orioles had 7. Not too bad. Anyway, Jacob Turner getting player of the game. But you guys are awesome. Thank you so much for watching. You guys know I appreciate it. You can follow me on Facebook and Twitter, all that good stuff. So you can go ahead and check the links below. But again, really, thank you so much for watching. As always, guys, you know that I hope you have a good one.